They will give you always the best rate.
They connect to Binance, HitBTC, LMAX, and Kraken.
What I like about SwissBorg is that they have an amazing app.
Pow wow yo yippee yay. Pow wow yo yippee yay. Ha, I got you on that one. 2 for this one. 10 more shows to go until the end of the year. Super excited for you guys to be. Today we have the Pow number 42. And like always, we're going to dip dive into love the community, talk about the markets, and talk about a lot of things that a lot of community premiums have been waiting for, but not only for the Genesis. Long time, a lot of you guys have been bashing what are the real uses of being Genesis Premium. Well, I'll be answering it right during this battle. Like always, guys, big shout out to all of you green eyes on Twitter. I'm enjoying it on a daily basis, looking at the funny ones, the meaningful ones, and sometimes the people that are doing like just some crazy stuff, which I always enjoy. Let's ask some of your questions. What upcoming feature will increase the value of CHSB over the next year? So this has been the chapter of the last, let's say, month or so. How to bring more value to CHSB token. Well, obviously, you know, their yield 2.0. That's probably one of the upcoming one that is really going to change. It's going to bring more and more value to it. I think so. Another thing that's going to bring more value to it is the market itself. Obviously, the market growing and having people get more and more into crypto will essentially, people will be acquiring CHSB and then eventually becoming a community premium, and then most probably the next premium, which we still haven't figured out yet, and we haven't have an official announcement of it, but we will have another premium obviously going forward. What else could add a lot of value? Well, there's the fact that, you know, we'll be launching the themes. Some of these themes will incorporate CHSB token as well, so that means people will be buying CHSB as we talk. The recurring investments, this is something that we'll be adding with credit card payments, right? For in order people to buy essentially SwissBorg tokens. Kids account is something that we look into it, that will probably have a great way to save and put into your CHSB tokens for you lovely children. There's so much greater more things about to come, but let's not spoil it. And I know that Bastien and other people in the team are working on this secret plan in order to bring back the token at all times high, hopefully, in the next couple of days, months. We'll see. Second question, now that the marketplace is getting big in the app, can there be different filters for viewing the tokens? Just had talk with the product team and with Jacques, our head of design, and yes, I saw already some really cool features, how we could essentially start looking at the marketplace in different ways, looking at different filters that are meaningful, that could really help you guys to really discover the app and just overall have a much better experience for you. So this is definitely a topic. Obviously, it will go step by step. We don't want to have a huge transformation just in one essentially release, but we'll be adding gradually different things and obviously have great feedbacks from you guys to see if you enjoy it or not. And I'm pretty sure you will, because already what I've seen, it is really nice and slick. Like always, UX is something that we are masters, and we love that you enjoy it as much. Third question, will integrate Polygon Network, BSC, and XDAI for deposits and withdrawals? So first thing, yes, today, as you probably have noticed, we have finally been accepting BNB on the Binance Smart Chain, which that means is great. We will be integrating more and more tokens on Binance Smart Chain, so this thing, something is really good. Regarding Polygon Network and XDAI, for now, the universe is not as big, and long story short, we will not be incorporating them yet. If it happens and this grows with time, this would be considered. But for now, we're very happy with Ethereum and adding now just Binance Smart Chain and adding tokens by the following. I think so. This is already something really good and will be a big game changer. And for those who have deposited USDC through Binance Smart Chain, it'll be a good way for you guys essentially to finally get those token backs without too much causing any trouble. If you want to be part of our lovely community members, there are so many different jobs that are always happening, popping up every week and every day. Product manager, senior market strategy manager, someone that really knows crypto and how to grow our ecosystem. But there's a lot of different things regarding engineering, as always, and regarding government and HR and other different lovely jobs. If you refer one of your friends that gets one of these jobs, we'll give you up to $3,000 worth of SwissBorg tokens. And if it's a woman, I will personally add 1,000 CHSB. News of the week. So what is happening? Obviously, Bitcoin reaching his all-time high was one of the biggest things. We talked about this last week. I pretty much told you that we're going to go for a nice ride. It's going to correct what happens always. Nigeria have just announced their Nigerian coin, which is really cool. I don't think so it's on the blockchain, but is already a great advancement. It will be one of the first central bank digital currencies. There's been over 200 Bitcoins ATM that has been installed at Walmart. This is great. Really, really good for that. And there's actually a plan of having 8,000. It really shows that even the big guys want to get into crypto. Last but not least, Facebook, with Novi has now launching their things through DM. Into different emerging markets. I don't think this is ever gonna happen in the US, to be honest, if you want to take my own, but it's trying to play out in different other emerging markets which people need it the most over there. So big shout out to the Novi team and congrats for making this happen. Market update. Well, Bitcoin at all-time high, then back to 60, and now what is the next? Well, we saw that it was an all-time high last week at 67,276 on Wednesday morning, which I think that was really, really good. And then essentially it coupled by, quite a little bear market, which usually always happens when you think about Bitcoin, right? It goes into this great bullish perspective, and then it corrects it directly until the next cycle. And I'm pretty confident the next cycle is going to happen in the course of this quarter. There's a lot of more news coming out regarding Bitcoin itself, the ETF, not only the futures one with derivatives, but the real spot one should be maybe happening by the end of the year, which this is really, really great. Right now, the floor, so it's really 60,000. This is like the support that we're having. Over that, I think so. Things are quite strong, and we're looking for a pretty nice week up to coming. ETH now is going to catch up, right? We have the Bitcoin boost, then it's going to be Ethereum and altcoin seasons. That usually always happens, right? It goes by different trends. Bitcoin, the first institutional money comes in, and then people start to diversify, look at the other things. Right now, well, the thing is that we are at comfortable levels. We have had the past at 4,000, which has some time. We can see clearly here that we're an ascending channel right now, which is really good. More than that, what we have to realize that fundamentally, this is probably one of the best news we have here, is that since the London fork that happened in July, if you remember, guys, the EIP 1559, where there's been essentially 2 billion of ether that has been burned. It really shows this deflationary thing that's obviously SwissBorg token has, and I think so this is something that people realize is like, okay, this has great use. More than that, obviously the big waiting is always Ethereum 2.0. When is that going to happen? Who knows? Market update. CHSB, another ascending channel for this week. Very glad that we have outperformed BTC, USDC, and Ether as well on this week. I think this is something that shows a persistence. Obviously, the SwissBorg token and the couple of other weeks since the Bitfinex listing, things have not gone as we expected, but now we're very confident with more and more the anticipation of the Yield 2.0, the French version as well. I forgot to talk about that earlier. That is definitely going to demonstrate a lot. I heard that right behind that, most probably the German version will be released as well. So there's a lot of good momentum playing here on SwissBorg token, and we're very comfortable to say that in the next weeks we're going to have good news that's going to couple with a lot of strong fundamentals, and obviously the circuiting supply now only at 171 million. That really shows that pretty much we're going to the right direction. Last but not least, token of the week, Odeo. Odeo is coming from Audius. Audius is a really cool platform. It is the decentralized version of what Spotify has built. And I think so, this is really what could bring mass adoption to crypto. We saw with NFT tokens, for example, with Axis and NBA and SoRare and different other platforms. They're bringing more common things that have more interest, right? People necessarily don't really want to know what's DeFi. It's not as much as there's not a huge population of people that really are excited about DeFi. Let's put it very clear. However, music is obviously an industry that everyone is enjoying it on a daily basis. So I think so. This is really something that, this could be a nice player. And there's been a lot of different DJs like deadmau5 and other ones that are really playing to this. The token itself is already at market cap close to $1 billion, so it is a bit expensive, to be very honest with you. However, there's more and more tokens that will be liberated for people that are using the platform. So I like very much that approach, which is that the token has multiple different utilities for buying things, to exchanging, but as well to get rewards. And that reward fact is really good. However, if you look at their website, on the downside, there's still not a very big amount of players, of listeners that are on it. I'll just check it out now here, Audius. The website is okay, but it's not the best so far in terms of UX. But you see here, there's, Reese, there's 3Law, I talked about deadmau5, the Starford Brothers. And essentially, if you go into their platform, so here I don't have the app on this computer, but essentially you could listen at like different things what are happening, and you can see like Odessa. It's quite cool to have it. You can start listening to these different channels with no ads, and different things, and people could start earning based on how many reposts, how many favorites are, how many clicks they get. I really believe that this is the future of music. If it's not Audius, it will definitely be another platform, and I really believe that this is something that not people should be invested in necessarily, but at least use it. And probably if you use it, you should be invested too. So big shout out to the team. I think so Audio is doing great stuff here and bringing mass adoption into crypto. So congrats to that. Okay, guys, as always, in CHSB, we trust. This actually I bought on AliExpress. Funniest thing ever. People are making SwissBorg shirts on AliExpress. Don't recommend you to buy it over there. Obviously, we have the SwissBorg shop, which is much better, but it's still funny to find AliExpress these different t-shirts. And again, I think this is quite cool, actually. There's other ones that are quite cool. But getting back to this is like a huge news. A lot of you guys have been asking, we want to see more utilities in the SwissBorg token. Here is a one that was from the core, from the Genesis. If you remember well, in April 2018, we had referendum, so we're going to have this again, where you guys are finally going to choose your favorite tokens. And I think so this is something that is very powerful for you, but is even more powerful for the world of crypto. Very few projects have really done governance rights that are easy to vote on meaningful topics. And this is the first time that SwissBorg is going to enable you guys to participate in the voting of defining what will be the different universe that we want to invest in, then choosing for the project that you want to get voted and elected, and then be traded directly into your wonderful SwissBorg app. And I think so this is something really cool. The first one is going to be on ERC20 tokens. It has to be ERC20 token, just to make things clear. To be available on the Smart Engine exchange, you're going to have to make sure that it is listed on the different exchanges that we essentially have included. That means HitBTC, Bitfinex, Binance, Kraken, and LMAX. Well, probably LMAX, there's not much, but the other fours to make sure. What we need as well is that to have a daily volume of $3 million and plus that. And that's pretty much it. And last but not least, well, you have to be obviously premium to use that, because you are the people that have been put the most skin into the game. So for these first votations, it will be for only community premiums and as well Genesis premiums. And I know so a lot of guys says, what's the difference between community premium and Genesis premium? Well, it's easy. Genesis premium, guys, you'll have 5 times more power on your voting than community premiums. So that does show that the Genesis premium has a lot of skin in the game and a lot of power. Sorry for the community premium, guys, but take in consideration that you're staking 2,000, they're staking 50, which is 25x more. So we think that is right to them, give them 5 times more of voting power for this vote. We'll see how the following votes will happen. So this is something very, very excited. I want you guys to make sure that you actually take this seriously. You do the votation. It's done through the app. You'll have a notification essentially that will bring you into Typeform. The Typeform will then, you will have to give your ID, essentially probably your email, or maybe as well your SwissBorg ID within the Wealth app. And then you'll be asking the questions and following up and saying what tokens you want to be listed as first. Then the second vote will happen when you essentially, out of that lists, you choose what's your favorite tokens. I think so. This is game changing. It's gonna be a great way, very meritocratic way for you guys to really choose the future of SwissBorg. So thank you for that. Thank you for this team. I think this is a wonderful way of putting the premium benefit at the highest top. And for the Genesis Premium people who are a bit complaining recently, I hope this is something that makes you super happy. At least for me, it does a lot. And again, it does with much love. Announcement of the week, obviously, Token 2049 was a great way to meet a lot of community members. I want as well to thank Alex to actually making the field with me. It was really cool to share it with the blockchain brothers. It was really cool to have it on stage. Please check out the video if you want to check out. It's really cool. Other thing that was really cool, last week I was in Tallinn with Christoph and other people from the team. We had to meet a lot of different people during this event. It was really, really cool to be in that event. We talked about the future finance of DeFi. There's a lot of people actually that were not only holding the app itself, but they were actually with SwissBorg tokens. And as well, obviously, it was really, really cool to meet you. So shout out to all our lovely Estonian friends that were there during that event. We're going to ask you as well, another thing, announcement of the week is to make sure that you actually please support us by being one of the top crypto exchange of the year on AI Summit. It's going to obviously, it's the same one, similar one that was in Dubai, but this time they're in the hometown in Malta. Unfortunately, I will not be attending this one, but please make sure that it will be great to vote and we get to be the best exchange of crypto of the year. It'll be really cool. Important as well for BNB transfer info, as we have enabled the Binance Smart Chain network for coin, essentially for BNB, as I explained earlier. So at the end of 2021, we will not support any more BEP2 protocol. Anyway, to be honest, it's a protocol that will probably die. So I don't think so we'll be the only ones. So please remember using BSC going forward, which is very, very important. And withdrawals on any other network of ERC20 or BP will result in permanent losses. Please make sure about that. SwissBorg App in our lovely data, over 500,000 users. This has been huge, almost at all-time high, 1.7 billion. But again, just think about again that 500,000 users, 500,000 baby. That's a great assets in yield depending on premium level. Genesis 72% of your actually funds are in yield, which is great. Community 66%, standard 35%, which that's great. Portuguese, you guys are Bitcoin hodlers big time, but yodlers as well. Most assets in Ether for Serbia, which is very interesting. And Finnish, you guys are Teher, I think that's hello. Congrats to you guys. Yeah, you have the guys who have the most CHSB tokens. So you're super loyal. Very glad to have Finnish people in the Wealth app. Yields in wallets, pretty much in the DeFi, things are going as we had some slight little decrease on Ethereum and Bitcoin as the yields are not as high as they used to be, but nothing really to worry, to be honest. We're still a little over 1.1 billion assets that are pledged into these beautiful smart contracts. Regarding the CHSB token, obviously things are growing. We had like every week roughly 500 people getting into premium, which is great. Circuiting supply now, we're almost at 75% that is locked. That is super high, guys. Then we have, weekly change over 7%, which is good. We did a little protect and burn, I think so, last week of over 400,000 US dollars. So we are now at 837 plus thousand dollars in the protect and burn. 115,000 people in the Wealth app who are holding CHSB as we speak. Which brings us to the community. Is it 7 points? Come on, go for it. 9, almost 8. I'd love to get always 8 and above. Long story short, things are going great. Social media, come on guys, comment, like, please subscribe. And Crypto Challenge not doing as right. What's your thoughts about Crypto Challenge? Why is it not as interested as it used to be? Let me know here in the comments, and I'll love to see how we can make this better. Tomorrow night is Crypto Night. Already last week, it was really good to see Clarice on the stage sharing her thoughts. Tomorrow night is going to be Darren Reeser with Alex talking about Akela Network, which is really cool. It's the edition with token 2049. There was as well a huge congratulations to my brother Alex. Had a very fantastic 10-year anniversary with Brian Rose on London Real. They talked about SwissBorg on London Real, which was really cool. The video has been released but took it off because it's too long. I think so they'll add more parts. If you have watched it, it's really great. And tomorrow night, again, it's Crypto Night, guys. As always, guys, powwow is the right communication tool for you guys. Please let us know what you like, what you don't like. Always, please share, comments, and blast that notification bell. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you want, and be always active. Big shout out to Marco. Big shout outs to Siad. Big shout out to all you lovely guys that are doing crazy things on Twitter all the time. I really enjoy it. Jazz as well. Super cool. Thank you so much. Hey guys, another lovely week. It was really awesome to see our lovely community members in Tallinn, but as well our office and our colleagues that's growing. I think we have 15 people there, and more people are recruiting, which is really always a good positive news to bring smart and fresh brains into the SwissBorg network. In the next 2 weeks, I think so, we'll be going to Portugal. This time for Web Summit, but as well for the Solana conference. It'll be good to see their ecosystem, how it's growing. And obviously another big thing is that on Friday 5th, we're having a big event there. So if you're in Portugal, please let us know. We're shortly going to be opening as well offices, so check out as well a bit the place over there. So I'm very excited about going to Portugal. It's always a place to actually enjoy a lot. And yeah, overall, I'm very proud that we have brought a really good utility into the CHSB, which was the original governance one, right? And I think so it's great to really sound you guys and make sure Genesis Premium, Community Premium, you really have casted your voice in order to express what you guys think is the best for the platform. And I think so, when you'll be voting and putting that down list of your favorite tokens, please do it in the smartest way possible, right? Always think about the 3 things. Profit. Is this token worth it? Why is it worth it? Because it's the future of this. And right now it's currently trading at this price, and it will grow with time because it's going to have more and more utilities, more and more bringing things into ecosystem. But then think about the product. Why is this product better than another product? What is their USP of essentially their ecosystem? How is this better from the competitors? How do you believe that this team is going to achieve the best? Last but not least, philosophy. How is the philosophy connected to SwissBorg? Is it really looking into decentralization? Is it democratizing something? Is it making something better, safer, more secure? Is it something that is helping the world? Is it something helping communities? If you look at those 3 different P's and you start scoring them in a smart way, well, then choose one of these projects, right? And sometimes, it might not be as easy because, we get blindfolded, we get in love with our own positions, right? With our own beliefs. We try to look at a broader perspective and make the rightful choice. Like always, guys, be healthy, be lovely, and love our CHSB. Now, be healthy, be wealthy, and love our CHSB. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.
Through SwissBorg, all assets will have a fiat gateway. And here is the thing.
Premium features gives you 0 fee trading.
It's an amazing fiat gateway.